A bill has been passed. A bill has been passed in Ghana's lawmaking house. And amount for Kasa, because this so far will go down in history as one of the most controversial bills passing into law. Ewo kuremu. Sisi ane de ebi mo ka say okay, ni amope no monsaka. Some people are also seeking interpretation into this particular bill, into the kind of people as our bill will be affected and how it will even be interpreted. Others are also giving a different interpretation to it. Director, minim so story now. My yanking kind of real quick. There's a video also at the aboso. It says, breaking. Ghana's parliament passes anti-LGBTQ bill again. And it says, Ghana's parliament has for the second time passed the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025, commonly referred to as the anti-gay bill. It will be recalled that in 2024, former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo stated that assent to the anti-LGBTQ plus bill would be put on hold pending the determination of a case before the Supreme Court. Following this bill's initial passage by Parliament on February 28, 2024, under the Expo Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration, the bill was not assented to before the end of the parliamentary term. The revised legislation, which was reintroduced and passed again in Parliament on Friday, May 29, 2026, seeks to criminalize LGBTQ activities and includes new amendments that exempt certain individuals and institutions from sanctions under the law. Under the amendment provisions, individuals who provide legal advice or legal representation to persons identified as LGBTQ will not be liable to punishment. The bill also exempts journalists and media organizations reporting on LGBTQ related issues or covering such matters in the course of their professional duties. In addition, medical professionals, including those offering surgical, psychological, and counseling services to LGBTQ persons, will not be penalized under the law. Prior to the passage, the Minority Caucus strongly opposed the amendment, arguing that they suggest the original version of the bill submitted to former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for assent was flawed and not fit for purpose. Despite the minority's objection, Parliament proceeded to pass the bill. The bill will now be transmitted to the President's desk for assent. Hey! I like how Chemu is laughing because we are friend of Atom nice. So the long and short of this is that Sir Bill Way Bill Parliament passed. In fact, it was introduced in 2024, and in 2025, Parliament passed. However, it was not able to become a law because the president was not able to sign. As at that time, na President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Aneti Akuniano so. Unfortunately, this particular bill was contested in the Supreme Court. Because of that, President Carr said he was waiting for the outcome of that particular your friend say litigation and son obehu say or sign and now say on sign. Moving forward, ena ofri akonwa so. Now, board ne beto ye man penyin a ote akonwam sisi a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nanso. But that time no, or say Pontius Pilato and fan ho. Inti no say sasem ni yenwie en sam fan ko parliament bi ma. Aje say esa beto ne nanso bi na beto ne nanso ansa no be hu say obe sign and na say on sign. And lo and behold, today, just as the story is even suggesting, breaking news, let's say, Parliament a pass a bill no. And in passing the bill, in fact, you see I'm put you see the nyamani bi aka ho because ye won krofo kuo bi a omo no LGBTQI+ no inform ho. Name and this concerns the people that were mentioned in this article. Doctors, counselors, lawyers, and media people. In their line of duty, omo betimi ne omo edi nkomo. Omo betimi ne omo edi dwuma. Omo betimi akomo ho asem in their line of duty. Na me bisa say, omo aka ne. Enti se fie shaki. Ye ko kra no ka. Ei! Uyeje! Wa hwe ya okra no. Otu betimi atwa na. Chebo! Oh. Okay, director saw a video be. Me pese yem ko hwe video ni mra nti ye ko hwe ba. Chemo we die. Mo na mo ka wasem e da wa bam. So director, my yem ko hwe video no ye ba. Na chemo fa yen ra dia mra ne kan.
He adopted
an act to provide for human sexual rights and family values and related matters.
Honourable members, the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025 is duly read for the third time and passed. He adopted
an act to provide for human sexual rights and family values and related.
Yeah, the boss who said, yeah, near parliament, dear, the Albetiani, yeah. Nache say, Atoma Momo. Nache say, Atosuli Nanso. And that is what our people are saying. I don't know what you make of this, but I really want to hear from you on this particular matter. Because same way, eya sema ye twene sere eni abasa. Hedikete jina ye. Chemo. Yeah. Chemo ya go.
Yeah, they say I think that they say baby a pressure akwa do here President Mahama. They say that I said the pressure to President Mahama.
Parliament at top pressure president.
I said they are big at top
pressure
man. They say Parliament is so out of pressure on my opinion. And I said the union national sir. The thing is Parliament idea to me. The next thing is President be assent not just having the Ababe law in and we know what happened the last time BBC Abaye President Bakono Nana Akufo-Addo or my head for Minka so my head obedi or start obisi or the better court meeting or the any panel court to ya and or besan ya san yehu ya ne say 4 years Abama nephew so Abra so endi enim say bia wenso President Mahama ono so ebe me kwa ba mun twan me to kwan ho na ono so ko na bia ya ansan ebinum say like you said opposition party MBB members of parliament eka say new amendment na ba before so omoja to omumpini and say omunti ase and reason is say some exemptions here they are lawyers and legal counsel and as a journalist and media practitioner
any doctors any
doctors so we some confuni free mu pe o ma law no me strong being because make LGBT one asema na busama me a journalist and the journalistic duties and
woye no
and you know so obi as a citizen journalist or and you know the obi ko kana okay oh me a journalist me or blog me or how do you deal with it and to them no omo say oh na moye no muma law no MMA strong as said the no more can tell the bear more pass crown it will not have the effects that you guys were saying say be one uko opposite those who are also defending say no there should be an amendment na say anya ni saadia na che obi a ye declare say LGBTQ no there's one there or ya rekwa onya doctor manisho no because oya doctor na ho ko hwe na ebetimi aka say o promote ni abecho anasa wanya asema say o timi nkongo fa lawyer because lawyer who could defend LGBTQ ala say o promote ni acho and you know omo me against that unity now this is proper way to go about it there should be exemptions and I said we should take certain people out because in their professional duty you can't criminalize those things or you can't say that promote LGBTQ when they are performing their lawful duties and no ama amendment no twen ho kakra ekoye debate free ho bill na nkasa de minya bi nkan ye but the matter to be amehu a say amanfo pay attention ebi punishment ye betimi the amount and scenarios ye betimi afa ho the amount punishment one they are catching attention back here the criminalization of promotion if you are guilty of promoting or advocating for LGBTQ activities you are facing terms ranging from 3 to 5 years so say you not to court no you are promoting LGBTQ you are guilty judge now tell you or 3 to 5 years
wow
now they are jail sana mati say o bill in fact yes ebinu kwa advocate say nka omunye 10 years for organizers and founders ebian ko fubi article fubi article say omu the LGBTQ who the rule number bo and say the NGOs be ana omo yes omu say say go funi bi de nka ye chi omu de ayemo 10 years the organizer and other founder here more 10 years. So if you are a promoter of LGBTQ, what they are saying, not say you find guilty or quarter, judge will be looking at 3 to 5 years in prison. Any the amount. Another one I controversial amount for come out mandatory duty to report. And also say so who say obi LGBTQ no shall say report is any panic
kona koka
one report who to be LGBTQ kona koba manere asumezima who say obi LGBTQ and you know so one kwan kobo amane na say won so one can't tell police be one if you fail to report such an act also no punishable to 3 years imprisonment. What we need to be LGBTQ. I want to report him. So near say, oh, now we need to report. Also, you are facing up to 3 years in jail.
Obi really too good amount kokano.
Kokano.
I see.
They only say Obi win it through now, one kind of war, you do over 3 years. And again, sir, criminal acting, same sex, acting there. And no, that's what you baby, I know there 3 years, sir. But any dissolution, yeah. So we a promoter or punishment in the class to change the oil and then. Because a promoter will face up to 5 years, 3 to 5 years. But any partner oil is facing up to 3 years in prison.
So 3 years or less.
And again, 3 years or less. Again, almost an amendment about the Extradition Act of 1960. Now it is making it offense relating to this LGBTQ are extraditable. It is a LGBTQ issue, but not a America also moving around because a LGBTQ means you bet me extradite too. I could do awesome. If LGBTQ, whoever is asking for, based on all my new treating, yet me do call Emma so you could do awesome of her. Oh, there, Canada say there are certain actor, any extraditable, another crime, or any extraditable. And you do now a good tricker, lawyers, any Ghana prosecutors and air tribunal.
Okay.
And you say no for them not to get to that stage. In almost they are saying, say we are LGBTQ. You bet me extradite too. Tell the bear I won't go do or not. Obviously, say this is not extraditable to uncle. By way the punishment and they say yeah don't go. For me, I think this bill is more political than the whatever things are almost trying to almost back on.
Okay.
I think more political than just say if there's a problem in our society and they are trying to solve it. I don't believe them when they say that. But politically, it makes sense. Sense I'm making is there are a lot of Ghanaians are almost against even the idea of LGBTQ. So if you are in for it, another MP, another even president, you are likely to get the mandate of the majority of Ghanaians. Because majority, no matter how you do the survey, another about LGBTQ1, do against it. And there is a politician. Another you are against it. Obviously, the numbers are on your side. You can win political power, based on this. And I see that that's why politicians be actually and no more there, and yes, almost a sort of cure society. Like Osha Bill and they or my now. What are they trying to cure? They are telling us that they want to prevent people practicing LGBTQ.
Yeah.
But their main focus here are promoters of LGBTQ, not even the people doing the act.
Who are doing it.
And who are doing it. And against, their focus is also on people not reporting. The one who report you be punished. Say, who promote you be punished. Not the or no year or no another now holding it true to say the all kinds. The punishment in it will be our promoted the NFS. And no, what do you mean? And I see another issue with it. Say, okay, so a better now, one who said will be LGBTQ into question. Yeah, is it you ever pay and go for an police for not only number 4 dachi, another hotels 8 is there. LGBTQ because no much woman has said
you who in there which I say with him.
And you know how are they going to deal with those issues? Anything I mean is a more political than just trying to solve a problem. And promote almost say promotion focus because almost say able to promote a lot of people will also get into it. Well, I don't know the kind of a year almost have the almost years but for me I think those who practice it almost free Omo na me say you can TV so radio so or ten baby nti and I mean so maybe
Okay.
Me say yes it's rather people closer to you convincing you to involve yourself in the act than that promotion bit. But let's see how far this thing will go. Let's see whether President Mahama will be bold enough to sign it because the international community also looking at him.
Yes.
Now almost over how things will go for them to take action. Now let's see whether President Mahama will bring finality to it by signing or he will also defer to the next person who will come into power.
Okay, Chemo, that's it. Kobe.
Bro.
Proper Chemo me and I'm commanding yes.
All right. I'm saying Chemo I can't be brave and he has taken the opportunity to school us the legal side of the whole conversation. Okay. Some of the things that we all need to know and even understand. Yeah. So I think much is said. And my only concern has to do with the president because at the end of the day, whatever that we all are talking about, discussing here has to do with him. He has the power now to decide. As in said, the you at the end of the day, and to those people who said they will be a victim, my concern is how ready or how speedy is the system ready to facilitate some of these activities, especially to those victims. NG Magazine and her educator, what is their stand now? Okay. Are they going to say they are no more doing it, or they are living out? They have this physique. And does it mean so bia so a bear so what men physique nibi as a feminine so automatically so ajad say sani panso so is into that act? Yeah. That will be my problem. And how are we going to Bobby? Yeah.
Mami too. Focus on the acts. And another only feminine near charge. Another only masculine. And when you indulge yourself in the act, and the chill so you look like one, so and do baby.
Okay, into Siciano, a quite benson ye be jina so at you be say asumasi ye bonneto. How ye be see the neon say asumasi we ebia or ye no ho oba no ana nkofo mienu amhye demu amye mema no ba ko ebo ba konto eno ne asem
and this is our temple no report.
Me other issue no so has to do with say obi a no ogboto no ono egi nani apiki ni feeling achi ni feeling na momo say sebe mea minim ni sa asumasi we eye binti
na me dwe me ho a
me dwe me ho a e bia komede me afi na me kwa akopɛ me coins bia be didi no man ko twiki sa nipa ninti emran so se ni midi in instances like this now, how do we weigh it, how do we measure it, and how do we intend to even achieve all these results now we are talking about? Or is there any provision that there will be some your friends explanation or breakdown or try to give definition to the whole thing for us to understand ourselves better? Because if not, it will still be very difficult for us to even to justify some of these things.
This is more political than trying to solve a problem. Okay. Because they are focusing on when you involve yourself in the act. And the one about actually said, you didn't to and I didn't to. I think that baby a bit making meaning and I said making sense. I said, as someone think of being them now, Abia Omoye lovers, Abia Omoye LGBTQ. Now, and to question Nabako, I come back once a month after the I not public now. But I said third party, echo reporting there. Me didn't say I know but Abia not two people involved. So almost almost making and I be with me see. And the BBC Nabako report tobacco, the Timicho or based on that. Chemo, Mammy, Mr. Forceful issue. Me better me issue and I think that's a grape issue.
Grape, you know.
Say be a quiet grip issue be a no so no. You bet me no so and not say you are involved in the act based on that.
But chemo me ba. Mami bi say scenario ya o mai of nkrofo mi no mo ye involved in the act. A mo kontokwe. Ebia makoto say there's that the fear shaki dia face so gra. Na ba akwa say o. E na no. O de fa me chi na de fa na ye mi say. Me and me gina chire no. What will happen to me? Do I also stand the same fate as somebody that is a witness to something I want to? Because in this case, I am looking at a situation whereby, say, if the two people involved decide they say, okay, yakwe and tokwa, many just say yakwe and tokwa, we are not going to report. Me na me jide cha me ti ese nkofo mienu e ka say no mo yes ade we no. What is my fate?
Oh, at that point, we said there's no liability on you based on the fact that a hearsay will be there and what it.
Okay.
You can decide to investigate. The who investigate. Not the who's a corner one for report here. A one hour but the one investigating as a hearsay. Obi can answer now what's now the watch them call baby. And there's only maybe any answer. Baby, I will be an issue, yes, who decided to investigate it. What investigate every any evidence indeed they are doing that still I want to report it. And when I'm running and will be say, I didn't think I want to report it. It is a advice I'm doing myself. Who not say to move for any amount of time. I'm going to say, on our case, I don't have a try to.